Now, you said that the FBI is investigating. Has anyone from the FBI reached out to you or Peter Schweizer to collaborate on anything that has been uncovered so far?
Not on this specific matter, but we do know people who've talked with them, and they say they're still investigating. They're kind of keeping cards close to the vest. I do again want to caution people: there is not a direct link to the Kirk assassination, but nonetheless, this group's ties to Neville Roy Singham. He's in the news actually this week as Chairman James Comer of the Oversight Project and Representative Anna Paulina Luna have signed a letter to Treasury saying freeze or seize all of Neville Roy Singham's assets. He's also been recommended to U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro for potential Foreign Agents Registration Act violations, FARA, given his close ties to the Chinese Communist Party.
And you said that they began scrubbing their websites and postings immediately after this happened. I believe wasn't there another similar group that had done this the day before, or am I thinking of the same one?
No, that's the same group. It may have started before. I mean, it was so close, and there's a lot of social media that we can't find, but it spidered out where the individual members started to scrub their social media. And I again don't want to imply that they had something to do with the Kirk assassination necessarily. They may, it's possible they trained, together and didn't know about the assassination. And so if they knew about it, you would think that they wouldn't have any social media presence at all prior to. So that's just worth noting. Now, they do have links to another group. First of all, the Socialist Rifle Association, the SRA. They have trained together. They appear on literature together. The Socialist Rifle Association, it wants to think of itself as a left-wing NRA. They're an extremely dangerous group, Marxist, seeking to overthrow the United States of America and rebuild some socialist utopia. And they have individuals who have been linked to left-wing violence. And then as well as the John Brown Gun Club of Elm Fork specifically, one of their members just about a year ago shot, or even more recently, I think this year, was involved in the shooting of an ICE agent. And so these groups, whether it's the John Brown Gun Club or the Armed Queers of Salt Lake City or the Socialist Rifle Association, they clearly believe in using violence to achieve political outcomes. They are in the category of Antifa, and applaud Donald Trump for taking this matter seriously. With the RICO investigations and talk of really cracking down on Antifa.
What do you make of that and the timing of it? I mean, the former administration was very quick to investigate parents showing up at school board meetings as domestic terrorists, quick to investigate Catholics who take mass as domestic terrorists. But some people are criticizing Trump over the amount of time it took him to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, he talked about doing it in the first term. I mean, he's been talking about doing it for a very long time. The thing about designating domestic groups as terrorists is conservatives don't usually want to do that. They don't want to resort to using a nebulous term like terrorist for groups that should, exercise free speech. Or, I mean, you see it happen to us. So, the conservatives are very, sensitive towards in slippery slope type argument. That, well, then it can just be turned against us. And so it's not something that you want to do lightly. However, in this case, especially after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and it's not even that anybody from these groups necessarily coordinated with the shooter, it's the reaction afterward. We are now seeing how widespread it is among the political left that they believe that using violence to achieve political outcomes. Now, a lot of us who've been tracking Antifa for years know that obviously Antifa believes in using violence to achieve political outcomes. But when you see the celebration coming from teachers and people in your own community, people on your friends, so-called friends on social media, celebrating this and encouraging it and saying, well, the only good fascist or a good Nazi is a dead Nazi. It's horrifying stuff. I mean, that goes right along with just the shock of witnessing Charlie Kirk's tragic assassination live is seeing how many people actually endorse it. And so that's, I think, why we are at this kind of crossroads where Donald Trump is going to have to use drastic measures to crack down on this situation.